For years, Harry Potter fans dreamed of being able to attend Hogwarts themselves. After reading the books and watching the films, we've all imagined what it would be like to walk through the castle, attend classes, learn spells, and explore the wizarding world as our own character. That's exactly what Hogwarts Legacy finally gave us. The game was a massive success, selling over 40 million copies. For many fans, it was probably the Hogwarts experience we'd been waiting for. But as great as Hogwarts Legacy was, there were definitely some features that felt missing, and plenty of things that could be expanded upon in a sequel. With Hogwarts Legacy 2 likely on the horizon, I've been thinking about the features that could take the next game to another level. So today, I'm going through 10 things we need to see in Hogwarts Legacy 2. Let's get started. Let's begin with the morality system. This is probably one of the most requested features from Hogwarts Legacy. While the game gave us the option to learn and use the unforgivable curses, there weren't really any consequences for doing so. You could cast Avada Kedavra in front of other characters, and for the most part, nobody seemed to care. A morality system would change that completely. If you chose to use dark magic, your morality could decrease, causing professors, students to react differently to you. On the other hand, if you choose to avoid dark magic and make good, heroic decisions, you could build a reputation as a good witch or wizard. This would also give players more freedom in how they want to play the game. Some people might want to embrace the darker side, while some other people would prefer to follow the rules and become respected Hogwarts students. The second thing is the map. Now, don't get me wrong, Hogwarts and the surrounding areas were absolutely beautiful in the first game, but after spending dozens of hours exploring the castle and highlands, I'd love to see even more locations added in the sequel. Of course, I'd still want Hogwarts to be bigger than ever. There are plenty of areas of the castle that could be expanded upon, as well as new secret passages, maybe some hidden rooms or some dungeons. One of the best parts of Hogwarts Legacy was simply exploring. So having even more secrets to uncover would make the castle feel fresh again. Outside of Hogwarts, I'd also love to see locations from London included in the game. Imagine starting your story at King's Cross Station and actually making your way to platform 903 quarters before boarding the Hogwarts Express. It would be such a cool way to begin your journey and make you feel even more like a Hogwarts student. Maybe another location I'd love to see is Diagon Alley. This could be where we go at the beginning of the game to buy our first wands, some school supplies, ropes, and everything else we need before starting at Hogwarts. The third thing I'd really like to see in Hogwarts Legacy 2 is probably Quidditch. This is one of those features that I think fans have been asking for since day one, especially because we already got to see how amazing Quidditch looked in the books and films. It was always one of the most exciting parts of Hogwarts, and it really helped make the Wizarding World feel alive and competitive. We've also had an entire game focused on Quidditch before on the PlayStation, which basically shows how much potential the sport has on its own. So it's always felt a bit strange that Hogwarts Legacy didn't include it, especially since we can already fly around on brooms freely in the game. It could also tie in really well with progression. You could try out for your house team, train to improve your skills, and eventually compete in matches for the Quidditch Cup. It would give players something exciting to work towards outside of the main story. Following on from Quidditch, I'd also love to see customizable brooms in Hogwarts Legacy 2. In the first game, we had a decent selections of rooms to choose from, but aside from their appearance, they all felt pretty similar. Once you picked one you liked, there wasn't much reason to think about it again. In the sequel, it would be great if players could customize their brooms in much more detail. Maybe you could change the handle, the bristles, the color, or add unique designs and decorations to make them feel more personal. After all, our broom is something we're going to be using throughout the entire game, so it would be nice if it felt unique to our character. This could also work really well alongside Quidditch. Different broom upgrades can improve speed, handling, acceleration, or stamina, giving players more reasons to experiment with different setups depending on how they like to fly. Next up, I'd love to see more classes. One thing Hogwarts Legacy did really well was recreating Hogwarts itself. The classrooms looked amazing, and it genuinely felt like we were attending the school from the books and films. However, after the opening hours of the game, classes became much less important and were mostly used to unlock new spells. I'd love to see classes play a much bigger role in Hogwarts Legacy 2. The classrooms are already there, and many of them weren't used to their full potential. Imagine having optional lessons throughout the school year that reward you with unique spells, abilities, cosmetics, or even house points. Now, this next one honestly surprised me wasn't in the first game, were house points. In the books and films, house points were a huge part of school life. Students were constantly earning and losing points, and every house wanted to win the house cup by the end of the year. In Hogwarts Legacy, however, your house choice didn't have much impact outside of a few quests and cosmetic differences. A house point system could change that. Imagine earning points for attending classes, helping students, completing assignments, and making good decisions. On the other hand, getting caught breaking rules, using dark magic, or causing trouble could result in points being taken away. This would also time perfectly with the morality system, your actions would finally have consequences. And at the end of the school year, the winning house could receive special rewards, unique cosmetics, or even exclusive quests. It will make your house feel much more important and create a stronger sense of competition throughout the game. Then, the next thing I'd like to see is companions and best friends. One of my favorite parts of Hogwarts Legacy was meeting characters like Sebastian, Natty, and Poppy. Their questlines were some of the strongest in the entire game, and many players became attached to them throughout the story. That's why I'd love to see a proper companion system in Hogwarts Legacy 2. Instead of always exploring alone, we could choose a friend to accompany us on certain adventures, quests, or even just while exploring the castle. Different companions could also have unique dialogue, abilities, and reactions depending on what's happening. This would make exploring feel less lonely and also add more personality to the world. This leads nicely into deeper relationship building. While Hogwarts Legacy had some great characters, our relationship with them often felt quite limited. We could complete their quests, but there wasn't much opportunity to build friendship beyond that. In Hogwarts Legacy 2, I'd love to see a system where our choices and interactions actually affect our relationship with different characters. Maybe certain decisions strengthen friendships while others create rivalries or cause characters to trust us less. This would make conversations feel much more important and encourage players to think about how they interact with the people around them. It would also add replayability as different choices could lead to different friendships, rivalries, and story moments. Another smaller feature I'd love to see is more pets. For many fans, choosing an owl, cat, or a toad is an iconic part of becoming a Hogwarts student. While Hogwarts Legacy included magical beasts throughout the vivariums, I think there is still room to expand the pet system. Imagine being able to choose a pet at the beginning of your game and having it accompany you throughout your journey. Your owl could deliver letters and quest updates, while other pets could have unique interactions around castle. It would be a simple feature, but one that would help make your character feel even more personal and connected to the wizarding world. Finally, I'd love to see more talking lines and NPC interactions. Now, this might not be the biggest feature on the list, but I think it would go a long way towards making the world feel more alive. After spending enough time in Hogwarts Legacy, you started hearing the same lines repeated over and over again. While it wasn't a huge issue, it could sometimes break immersion when students and townsfolk kept repeating the same dialogue. In Hogwarts Legacy 2, I'd love to see more variety in conversations and more reactions to the things we're actually doing in the game. Imagine students commenting on your achievements, reacting to your reputation, discussing recent events, or even acknowledge the choices you've made throughout the story. Little details like this can make a huge difference, and they help the world feel much more believable and responsive to the player. So, those are the 10 things I think Hogwarts Legacy 2 absolutely needs. Whether it's a morality system, Quidditch, exploring Diagon Alley, or building deeper friendship with companions, there are so many features that could make the sequel even better than the original game. Whether it's a morality system, Quidditch, exploring Diagon Alley, or building deeper friendship with companions, there are so many features that could make the sequel even better than the original game. Of course, these are just my opinions, so let me know down in the comments what features you'd like to see in Hogwarts Legacy 2. Is there anything I missed, or is there one feature you think the game absolutely needs? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Hogwarts Legacy and Wizarding World content. And I'll see you all in the next one.